Hello students, how are you? I hope you are well. So this is gonna be a video after a long time, and today we're gonna discuss about English TOLC-E. So basically we'll solve some problem from English TOLC-E. It has 3 sections: logic, reading comprehensions, and mathematics. So logic has 13 questions, and we'll solve them. So it will take time. Actually video gonna be longer, it could be 1 hour, I'm not sure now, because the questions is wordy, so we have to understand them and we have to explain as simply as possible. So please stay with me and let's start. So this is question number 1. So let's read out what it said. Let A, B and C be 3 sets such that A union B equal to C, where U denotes the union of sets and inverse U sign the intersection. I think we know these stuffs. So if C has 12 elements, that means A union B equal to 12, whereas A and B have 7 elements each. Then we can say that A intersection B is empty, that means ফাঁকা set, no value, and A intersection B has 2, 1, 4 and 3. We have to find out. So let's start. So let's assign the sets. For example, if we draw 2 circles intersecting each other, and we can name them like A and B, and it's given that A union B equal to C, which has 12 number or 12 elements, whatever you say, and for A it has 7 and for B it has also 7. What we have to find? What is the A intersection B? So actually let's find out what is A intersection B. That means 2 common sets of A and B. From the picture, what we can say, this area are the common. Okay, this area are the common. And what is the union? Let's use another color and we can say. So this is the union, that means it also covers common area, so whole area belongs to union. That means whole parts including common area is 12. But what is the intersection? Only these two, only this area. So it's very simple. We can see from here, this A has 7 elements, this B has 7 elements. So if it would be disconnected, like if 2 sets would be disconnected, then it would have 7 according to the questions. That means total in this case A union B would be 14, because no common intersects. But here in this problem we have common area, and we can see from here the intersection is 12 but total number is 7. That means there are some values, so we can guess it is 2. Okay, as this common area actually we counted 2 times from in case of A and in case of B, so we have to subtract number 2 from the this value, and then we'll get 12. Okay, then answer is B. Let's go with our next question. What it said, first read out. In Mathland lived a mathematician, Tony. Okay, let's remember this name, who studied natural numbers for years. The natural numbers in Mathland have the same properties as our natural numbers. In particular, they can either be even or odd. Okay, then Tony discovered a special kind of natural numbers, Tony's numbers. Many contemporary mathematicians believe all Tony's numbers are even, but the great Hayam Smarta does not agree. This means the Hayam Smarta believes that, okay, we'll read out these, but before, let's understand the questions. So Mr. Tony, he studied natural numbers for years, and finally he said that he discovered some numbers and he named that numbers Tony's numbers. Okay, and he but many other mathematicians, they believe Tony only choose an all even number, but they are disputed. There might be some numbers which is not actually even. So the Hayam Smarta, he actually disagree with Tony's a statement that all numbers are even. So what we have to find? Let's look. There is at least one Tony's number which is not even. So what is said? At least. This actually this is very important terminology. This at least, we have to understand what does it mean. At least means a minimum range. Okay, minimum terminal value. So at least one, that means minimum it could be 1, but maximum it could be more. It could be 2, 3 or 4 or 5 or even more. So there is at least one Tony's number which is not even. Okay, it could be, okay, it could be that Hayam Smarta, he believes at least one number or maybe more is not even. So it could be answer. Let's proceed, then we can decide which is not. If a natural number is not a Tony's number, then it is odd. We cannot say, because there are not more information about it, so we cannot just say that if Tony's number is not a even, like if a natural number is not Tony's number, then it's odd. We cannot say that all Tony's numbers are odd. No, because already we know that many mathematicians, they believe that those numbers are even. No odd numbers can be Tony's number. No, we cannot say that, because someone disagree. So there might be some odd numbers with other according to other scientists or other mathematician. No even number can be a Tony's number. No, many mathematician believes there are like almost all or all numbers are even. So my answer is there is at least one Tony's number which is not even. Okay, this is the correct answer. Let's read out number 3. We know that some students showed up for today's test in school, but also that not all students of the school were present. Therefore, we can conclude that, okay, let's understand what said. We know that some students showed up for today's test in school. That means, look this number, some students, not all, but also that not all students of the schools were present. Yeah, therefore we can deduce that it is possible that all students of the school have taken the test. Is it possible? No, because all students didn't come to the school. So this cannot be an answer. No student of the school showed up for the test. This also not true, because we know some students of course joined. We are not sure whether someone showed up for the test. No, we're sure because it's written some students showed up. The majority of the students of the school showed up for the test. We cannot say that majority, okay, because some student doesn't represents majority, doesn't represents minority. In a sense it could be, yeah, less or more, but we cannot 100% surely say that majority student joined. So not all students of the school failed to show up for the test, but at least one did. So remember, this is very tricky. Here is a negative and this verb also negative. Interesting, right? So not all students of the school failed. That means if we do negative and negative, it becomes positive. Okay, so like some students show up for the test. So first statement is true. Is true, but at least one did. But at least one did. What does it mean? That means one failed. Okay, at least one. I said it, and this at least term, it will come actually repetitive times in this kind of logical terminology, which you will see many times. So remember, at least means minimum one, maximum could be more. So yeah, some students failed. So I think this is the correct answer. Let's move on our next questions. Consider the following statement. All mathematicians are absent-minded. Louis like to swim. All people who like to swim are absent-minded. If these statements are true, which of the following statements is also necessarily true? So there are three statements. Number one, all mathematicians are absent-minded, and we have to believe that these statements are true. So forget about your disagreement. Okay, that means, yeah, we believe all mathematicians are absent-minded. Then Louis like to swim. Totally disconnected from the first statement. Louis is a person who likes to swim. All people who like to swim are absent-minded. Then there is a link. Statement 1 and 2 doesn't have the link, but this 2 has the link. Louis like to swim, and who likes to swim? They are absent-minded. Okay, so let's find out the answer. All absent-minded people like to swim. Can we say that? No, because all absent-minded people, like some people who do not like to swim, but they are absent-minded. So by these statements, we can't find that information. Okay, Louis is a mathematician. No, I already told you that first two statements doesn't have the link. Louis is an independent person and totally different. Louis is not a mathematician. We cannot say that. So we can omit these two. Okay. All absent-minded people are mathematicians. This information is also not given. All mathematicians are absent-minded, but all absent-minded people cannot be mathematician. This is also not true. Louis is absent-minded. I think this is correct, because Louis like to swim, and who like to swim? They are absent-minded. And all mathematicians like to swim. No link between first and second statements. Let's move on to our fifth questions. In order to comply with the building codes of a certain city, they didn't mention the city, and okay, building codes. A private house is not deemed habitable if it does not fulfill the required standards for energy and water saving. So you understood the question, right? It is not habitable, that means it is not okay or prepared for the residents to live in. So please remember these two part, like energy and water saving. So record standard, this keywords is very important to understand the questions. If this regulation is always applied, it means that all private houses which fulfill the standards for water savings also fulfill the standards for energy savings. No. Why no? Because of course there are some houses they cannot fulfill like water savings or the standards of energy savings. There some residence or apartment will be not habitable, of course. Then if a private house fulfills the required standards for energy and water savings, then certainly it will be considered habitable. If a private house fulfills the required standards for energy and water savings, then certainly, look at this word, certainly. Can we say that? There might be other condition too. Maybe they fulfill the energy and water savings, but there might be other problems that we don't know. So certainly we cannot say from here, because the word here, not deemed habitable, okay, it's not, it doesn't represent certain, so we have to omit that. Fulfilling the required standards for water and energy savings is a necessary condition to be considered habitable. Is a necessary condition, not certain condition. It could be, we don't know. Let's read out remaining two. Fulfilling the required standards for water and energy saving is a sufficient condition to be considered habitable. Is a sufficient condition? No. There might be others too that we don't know. There are private houses which do not fulfill the required standards for water saving but are considered habitable. No. Of course, these two terms, water and energy, need to be fulfilled. So this is my answer, number C. Please let me know in the comment if you agree or disagree. Then okay, so now let's solve the problem number 6. So let's read it. The sum of the ages taken as integer numbers of 10 people of ages 18 or older, or that means they give a lower limit, is equal to 380. That means if you want to visualize, minimum could be 18, 19, 20, ... maximum no limit, we could say like 100 or even more, and equal to 380. Okay, so if we consider an average number, that is 38, because 10 people multiplied by 38 equal to 380. So we can assume 38 years is like a average years if 10 people have. So let's read out the options and find out what we have to find. The question is, therefore we can deduce that all 10 people must be younger than 40. Actually, it's not necessary. Some people could be more than 40 years too. So this is option out. if one person is younger than 20, then at least one of the or others is older than 40. Interesting. We'll come to this point. Let's read other points too. If one person is older than 40, then at least one of the others is younger than 20. So this is just opposite of B. Okay, at least one person is 39 years old or older. This is also not necessary. There at least one person is, at least one could be more older, 30 years old or older. So in the questions they didn't specify that exactly it could be 39. So it's not necessary that only one person could be 39 plus or 39. It could be more, it could be less, it could be even no one. So this statement is gross. All 10 people are at least 19 years old. This is not possible. All 10 people do not give us 380 if they are less than 19 years old, because we have seen the average is 38. Okay, so now answer actually belongs to B and C. We have to find out. So this is very tricky question. We have to understand very carefully. So in B, what it said, if one person is younger than 20, if one person is younger than 20, that means he could be 18 years old or 19 years old. Then at least one of the others is older than 40 plus. Okay, older than 40, that means 40 plus. So what is our average number? 38. So if one person, this is fixed, one person, okay, this is fixed, that means it cannot be 2% or 3%. If one person is less than 20, that means we can arbitrarily choose 18. Then another person age would be how much? If we consider all other 8 people's average age is 38, if we consider. Okay, then what is the difference? 20 years. Then here how much would be the difference? Here is negative, that means less. Here we have to add that age. Okay, we have to add that age. That means 38 plus 20 is 58. So the statement is correct. If one person is younger than 18, then other person will be older than 40 plus or older than 40. The statement is correct. So answer can be B, but we didn't also check number C. Let's see the C now. If one person is older than 40, now one person is fixed. Okay, upper limit is fixed. See, 38. So one person is older than 40. Didn't say how much age he could have. It could be like 80 or 100. So we can choose 100, for example. Then at least one of the others is younger than 20. So age difference here, for simple calculation we can choose a number like 98. Yes, for example 98. Then it gives us the difference 60 years. So look, can we do minus 60 from here? Is it possible? If we do minus 60, the age would be negative. So in that case, this minus 60 actually have to be divided among more than one people. More than one people. If we divide among 3 people, then it's very easy to guess. Then 3 people, okay, 18, 18, 18. So here 20 years, here 20 years less, here also 20 years less. Then these 3 people, and here is on 4 people. Then remaining 6 people, average age is 38, we can consider. So here, look at here, I am choosing a different color. At least one of them. So at least one of them means what? It could be number 1 person, it could be number 2 person, it could be number 3 person, it could be number 4 or 5. So what we can see from here, for this special case, if one person is 98, we need at least 3 people to divide the excess of ages. Okay, so this statement is not correct. So our correct answer is this one, number B. Okay, so if you have any opinions, please write on comment section, and yeah, let me know your opinion on your understanding, then we can discuss. So this was number 6. Okay. 7. According to the traffic rules in driverland, all car drivers must have a high visibility jacket and a warning triangle on board. So 2 things, a high visibility jacket, a warning triangle. I can give numbers. These 2 things have to be on board. Unfortunately, not everyone follows the rules. Therefore, we can certainly say that in driverland, there is at least one driver who does not have the jacket or the triangle on board. At least, again, at least one driver. Yeah, definitely it could be an answer. So we will not decide right now. Let's read following options as well. There is one driver who does not have the jacket on board. We cannot fix that, can we? We cannot, because in the questions, in the statement, it is not given. There is one driver who has both triangle and the jacket on board. No. Again, it's a fixed number. They said not everyone follows the rules. That means there could be more people. Okay, so both are negative. There is at least one driver who does not have neither the jacket nor the triangle on board. Yeah, this also could be. There is at least one driver who does not have neither the jacket nor the triangle on board. So but no, I'm sorry. So see the term here, must have. That means this is not possible. Okay, there is one driver who does not have the triangle on board. Again, it's limited to one driver, so it cannot be an answer. So answer is A. Okay, so let's understand question number 9. So under current legislation, that means under current law, a formal warning must be sent to all cities. Here, remember this language, must be sent all cities that are in budget deficit. So what is budget deficit? Budget deficit actually over expense, or expense that exceed the plan. Okay, so increased staff cost by more than 2% this year. So here, see, this is and. So both events have to be happened together, like the cities which has budget deficits and also increase the cost, staff cost more than 2%, they will receive a message from the government or something like that. Since the city of Konamdram has not received a warning this year, we can be sure that, what we can be sure, if its staff cost increased by 3%. See, the first statement is true if increased by 2%, but then it is not in budget deficits. But second statement, it's then it is not budget deficits. They actually increase the cost more. So in a sense that it represent, yeah, they expense the cost more than 3%, but they have money. They can allocate the money for staff cost, which has increased. And as this is not this city actually not in budget deficits, so they didn't receive any warning mail. So this could be right. Let's see other steps. Its staff's cost increased by less than 2%. No, it has to be fulfilled both condition. If it is not in budget deficit, then its staff cost increased by less than 2%. It is not budget deficits, okay, that's right, but here is less than 2%, so this is not right. It is not in budget deficits, and at the same time its staff cost increased by less than 2%. No, it is not in budget deficits, but what the other condition, we don't know. So answer is A. Let's move on to next questions. Okay, so let's read out. We want to balance two arms scale by using some spares. So we know the spares is actually circular three-dimension objects, and two arms scale is kind of scales that not exist these days. Mostly people use digital scales. So what they want, with the same size, okay, using some spares with the same size, they have same size but different weight depending on the color. So there are three colors: white, red and green. The first attempt indicates that two white spares together with unread spares balance two red spares and a green spares exactly. So this sentence important. Now we put on white spares, on red, and on green on the left plates of the scale, and two white spares on the right one. This sentence also important. Which of the following action is the only one that allows us to balance the scale? Okay, so let's think what they said. In the first sentence they said we can draw a balance. Okay, this is our balance. First sentence they said two white spares, two white together with on red spares, it makes balance with two red and one green. Okay, they are imbalanced. And in second sentence they told us now we put one white spares, one white, okay, one red and one green, on green, and on the right side two white. Okay, now they said which of the following actions is the only one that allows us to balance the scale. Okay, that means we have to add something that will make balance in between these two, left side and right side. So what is given here? It's given now the first attempt, it's equal. So what we can see here is on red and there is 2 red, so we can just cross out this 2. Okay, now what we can see, 2 white spheres equal to 1 red and 1 green. So here is, see, here is 2 white already. That means these 2 white actually balanced with these 2, because 2 white equal to 1 red, 1 green. Then what it doesn't have on white, we have to add just 1 more white here, then it would be balanced. So our answer is adding 1 white sphere on the right plate. Yeah, first one. We don't need to read any others. We exactly got the correct answer. Number 11. A third of the members, a third means 1/3. That means if we draw like this, that means okay, so 1/3 of the members of administrative board of the company voted in favor of the restructuring plan. 3/4 of the members of the same board voted in favor of the budget approval. So 3/4, that means like we can consider this all 3/4. So 3/4 of the members of the same board voted in favor of the budget approval. Therefore, we can deduce that some members of the board voted against the restructuring plan and against the budget approval. We don't know actually. There might be. This might be an answer. Yeah, there is possible. But also some members may restrain from the vote. Okay, so we cannot say this is the exact situation happened. So those who voted in favor of the restructuring plan also voted in favor of the budget approval. No, this information not given in the question. No matter of the board voted against the restructuring plan and against the budget approval. So no member of the board, no, we know already some of them voted yeah, against no, there might be some members who voted against. Those who voted in favor of the budget approval also voted in favor of the restructuring plan. No, we cannot be sure, because there is no link in between them in the questions. So both events are independent. At least one member of the board voted in favor of the budget approval and in the favor of the restructuring plan. These could be right. Also, at least one member of the board voted in favor of the budget approval. Yeah, because here is 1/3, here is 3/3. There is a possibility that this on this quarter and this quarter will be overlapped, or we can simply think, because we cannot exactly relate population with this kind of chart or set function, because population are random. Okay, so they are sitting everywhere, so there might be someone who actually voted in favor of both event. So this is also a right statement. So I will favor with this answer. I will not use this one, because this against is not given here, so I will go with this answer. There are 5 possible answers. Okay, 5 possible answer, 5 alternatives. Only one answer is correct and all others are wrong. Therefore, if one answer is the negation of another one, they are both wrong. Can we say that? Negation means what? Negation means opposite. So one answer is, for example, 1, another would be -1, like that. Totally opposite. Okay, totally positive things, totally opposite things. That means actually negation. So they are both wrong. We cannot say. One could be right. If 2 answers are equivalent, then one of them is correct. So equivalent means meaning is equal. Okay, meaning is equal. One of them is correct. Can we say that? No, it doesn't link because they are equivalent. But what about others three? There could be any right answer, so we cannot just say like that. If two answers are equivalent, then they are both wrong. Can we say that? If two answers are equivalent, then they both are wrong. We also cannot say that both are wrong, because answer would be like both are wrong or right. You cannot say, we cannot say exactly this way, because we have to find out a single answer, and equivalent doesn't mean that both are wrong. Okay, let me think a bit. I'm confused about these options actually. I think two answers are equivalent, then they are both wrong. No, this is a statement is not okay. Let's proceed. I'm also thinking it could be correct. I will explain later on. Let's read out. If answer X entails answer Y, then Y is correct. We cannot say like that. Entails means if X results answer Y, that means X is an event that makes Y, or here is effect, here is results, kind of things. They have relationship, then Y is correct. No condition given like that. If an answer is negation of another one, then the correct answer is one of other three. No, I omitted this personally, because yeah, two options could be negation of on another, but one of them could be correct too. So right answer not among other three. So let's think about these options. If two answers are equivalent, then they are both wrong. So I believe this is the right answer. Why? Because in the statement it's given that correct answer is 1, not more than 1. Okay, so if two answers are equivalent means the meaning is equal. That means we cannot get actually two answers right, A or B. For example, we cannot get right A and B. That means this statement is wrong. They are both wrong. At the same time, they cannot be correct. That means both are wrong. That's exactly the right answer. So our answer is C. If you have any opinions, any disagreement, any different thinking, please let me know on comment sections and we'll discuss. Our last question is, we know that the majority of those who have been contacted answered the survey. We also know that everyone who answered said they support the construction of the park. Which of the following statement is certainly false? So remember, we have to find out the false answer in this case. And the majority of those who have been contacted answered the survey. Majority of them answered the survey. Okay, and at the same time, who answered the survey, that means everyone, they support the construction of the park. Let's find out. Everyone who has been contacted supports the construction of the park. Everyone who has been contacted for survey supports the construction of park? No, not everyone supported, because not everyone reply the survey. So this could be answer. Not everyone who has been contacted supports the construction of the park. This is right. No one who has been contacted supports the construction of the park. No one who has been contacted supports the construction of the park. So do you think it could be answer? This could be answer too, right? Because this looks like false. No one who has been contracted. Someone, of course, supported the construction of the park. So this could be answer too. Everyone who supports the construction park has been contacted. That's true. That's true. Not everyone who supports the construction of the park answered the survey. Who support the construction of the, not everyone who supports the construction of the park answered the survey. Yes, that could be right too, because some people they may like the construction but they didn't actually participate in the survey. That could be right too. But let's read out again A and C and then find out which one is the right. Everyone who has been contacted supports the construction of the park. So we know that everyone actually didn't support. Everyone who participate in survey, they actually supports who supports construction of the park, and no one who has been contacted supports the construction of the park. This is also a wrong. So I'm literally confused about this answer. Answer could be A and C. So I'm confused. I cannot say the right answer for these questions. So if you have any opinions, or if you think answer could be A or C, just let me know in the comment sections. So this is our sections completion for today. It's a long video. Yeah, I told you when I started, but of course if you study, then if you see my video you will understand. And in my upcoming videos I will talk about reading comprehension, and then I'll talk about math part. So this is actually reading comprehension, how they make questions and how to find out the answers. I will discuss about it. Okay, and then we'll go to the mathematic parts. In my third video I will make 3 video on this. So here are the mathematics 24 to how many questions here, 24 to 36. Okay, so we'll solve them. So stay with me, and if you like the videos, please like and share, and of course subscribe to my channel, because if you subscribe then I will be inspired and I will make more video for you. I have plans in future that I have many materials in Italian language as well. I will translate them and I will make video for you. So for that I need time, a lot of time. So your motivation is very important. If you support, then I will proceed, otherwise no. So have a good time, and thanks for watching, and see you again.